Should the Patriots try and trade for A.J. Brown? This rumor has been going on for as long as he's been in the league. But after Sunday's game in a cryptic Twitter post, the rumors are back on. Before we get into it, playoff baseball is here. The Red Sox play today, and they take on the New York Yankees. So if you want the Red Sox to beat the Stankies, go ahead and spam BOS in the chat right now. Playoff baseball is back. Welcome into Patriots Today by Chat Sports. I am your host, Brett Alper. And yes, A.J. Brown once again looks like he does not want to be a member of the Philadelphia Eagles after not getting the ball whatsoever and then posting a cryptic social media tweet. And now the question asked, should the Patriots go out and try to get him on the team? We know the Patriots need another wide receiver. We know just how good A.J. Brown is. But he has not been good to start this year. And partially, I want to say it's because of Jalen Hurts. I mean, on Sunday, he didn't have a single passing yard the second half. Like, what? If you're a wide receiver, you have to be at least upset. And you could see the body language with A.J. Brown. You could see a little bit of the body language of Devontae Smith. So that kind of increases the trade ideas of what is going on. And these trade ideas for A.J. Brown have been going on for months, going on for years. He was yelling with Nick Sirianni last year. He was sitting there reading a book and everybody was like, oh, he doesn't care about this team. He's got his ring already. He don't care. So he might as well just try to get out of here and try to get his targets. And so far in 2025, that has not been the case. We think of A.J. Brown as one of the top 5 receivers, top 10 receivers in the NFL. And you can see through 4 games of the season, 14 receptions, only 151 yards, 12 average, and 1 touchdown. It's just not good, not good. So that kind of brings the question of, hey, does he want out? But could the Eagles even trade him out? But then that leads to the New England Patriots. And here's the cryptic tweet that he tweeted out after the game on Sunday where he only had 2 receptions and he looked pissed off. He said, if you're not welcome, not listened to, quietly withdraw, don't make a scene, shrug your shoulders, and be on your way. And we saw that's basically all he did. But why would the Patriots be interested in A.J. Brown? Why does everybody say A.J. Brown would be a perfect fit for the New England Patriots? Well, let's go all the way back to when he was at Ole Miss. Well, he was a huge Patriots fan. He was celebrating after he got an autographed jersey from Julian Edelman. If you see a video on Twitter, he's dancing around after the Patriots came back against the Falcons 28-3. But then you also look at the deeper impact. Who drafted A.J. Brown? Well, this guy right here, Mike Vrabel, who they have a great relationship, and they love each other. A lot more than I think A.J. Brown loves Nick Sirianni. So you put those two back together on the same team, you get A.J. Brown back on the team he rooted for, and they should have drafted him in the first place, but you go all the way back to 2019, and the Patriots drafted N'Keal Harry instead. And then A.J. Brown was crying. But the Patriots wide receiver depth chart is not the greatest. I mean, Stefon Diggs broke out last week against the Carolina Panthers for over 100 yards, but then Kayshon Boutte has been quiet. Demario Douglas has been nowhere to be found. He was only on the field for 8 snaps on Sunday, and then Mack Hollins has been solid. But through 4 games of the season, it hasn't looked really good. I mean, Diggs is leading the team with 19 receptions, 213 yards. Boutte only 10 catches, and 6 of those catches came in week 1. And then Mack Hollins has 2 touchdowns. He's just getting open in the red zone, and Drake May is targeting him. If you added A.J. Brown to this team, automatic deep threat. And that's specifically what the Patriots need because they aren't given the keys to Kyle Williams just yet, and we know he's the only player that can take the top off the defense. They've completely moved Stefon Diggs into the slot. So now they need a deep threat. And who is that deep threat? It's A.J. Brown. We know just how good he is. I know through 4 games of the regular season, he hasn't done much, only 14 receptions. but 1,000 yards in 2024. In 2023, almost 1,500, and also in 22, almost 1,500 yards, 11 touchdowns. He would make a big, big impact on this team. And when you add a guy who's excelling through the first 4 weeks of the season in Drake May, a guy that can throw the ball deep. He has a 109 QB rating, for crying out loud. It would take Drake May's game from here all the way to up here. It also gets A.J. Brown back with his favorite coach. It also gets A.J. Brown back with his favorite team. And I think that the body language that you see with the Eagles, where it's like, well, I guess I'm just going to go out there and play football, cool, whatever. He would be excited. He'd be proud to be a member of the New England Patriots, something that he's wanted to be his entire life. So go out and trade for him. And if a move gets made, I hope one does, we will make a video for you guys. Shorts, if this trade ever happened, hell, we'd probably go live. So that's why you subscribe to the channel right now, hit that sub button, and join the Patriots fam. Now coming up, what would it take? How would the Patriots kind of make a trade for A.J. Brown? Because that contract is huge, but the Patriots also have a lot of cap space. We'll get into that in a second, but first, I got to tell you about our sponsor of today's show, and that is PrizePicks. You and I make decisions every day, but on PrizePicks, being right can get you paid. Don't miss any of the action this season on PrizePicks. PrizePicks is simple to play. Just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. If you get your picks right, you could cash in. You can now follow other PrizePicks players directly on the app and copy their lineups in one click. Whether it's a friend, whether it's a celebrity partner, or just someone whose picks you like, hit the follow button and check out every single lineup they create in the new feed tab on PrizePicks. Oh, I guess it didn't save, but I did make a lineup. You can make your lineup in less than 60 seconds, and I love Drake May's rushing yards. The more on that one, and I think that Stefon Diggs is also going to have a big game. And give me the less on Keon Coleman's receiving yards. You can make a lineup just like that one when you download the PrizePicks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks. It's good to be right. So now, you may be asking, well, Brett, we're already 4 weeks into the season. You have Stefon Diggs. Why would the Patriots go out and just make a trade? Well, we go back to right before the beginning of the season, during training camp. And Mike Vrabel was asked about possibly trading someone or possibly going out and making a trade. And he never ruled out trading for a star player and said, hey, if it's available, we're going to make some calls and we're going to go for it. This is his quote from training camp that we go back to. He said, when he was asked about it, he said, I think we have to. I think that you should go with every position on the field. We would always want to do that. I think trying to always continually make the roster more competitive and trying to find everyone that can continually help us from now until the end of the season. I think that has to go on. That has to happen. Whether that does or not play out, I don't know. But it's not going to keep us from looking or try to bring up ideas or players or how we acquire players. And that's where the idea comes of, hey, let's go out and trade for A.J. Brown, if he's available. And this is kind of the trade. Bleacher Report came up with a trade, and I added one piece to it because I'll get to that in a second. But the Patriots receive A.J. Brown. And then the Eagles would take a 2026 second-round pick, a 2027 second-round pick, and then Kayshon Boutte. And you're probably thinking, oh, Brett, you don't want to give up Kayshon Boutte. He's such a young player. He has all the talent in the world to kind of break out. Well, if you get A.J. Brown and you don't give back a wide receiver, you'd have to have 7 wide receivers on the roster. And I don't think the Patriots would keep 7 wide receivers on the roster. You could either say, hey, you could give them Pop Douglas because he's been phased out of the offense because Stefon Diggs is now your slot. But Mack Hollins, Kayshon Boutte, I'd rather have Hollins of the veteran presence. You're also, if you traded for A.J. Brown, where's Kayshon Boutte's role? You have Stefon Diggs in the slot. You have A.J. Brown out wide, and then Mack Hollins also out wide. Kayshon Boutte would kind of not fit on the offense at all. It also gives the Eagles another incentive to, hey, you get a young wide receiver, someone that probably wants to win, and you're giving to them, and he can go out and be on a successful team. But the Patriots also have to figure out the entire cap situation with A.J. Brown and his extremely large contract. 3 years and then like $94 million, his extension that I think kicks in after this year. It is a big, big, big contract. But we know in the NFL that anything could happen. Yeah, 3 years, $96 million with $84 million guaranteed. But we know in the NFL that you can finesse your way, you can make things happen. Anything could possibly happen in today's league. So the Patriots, they would have to figure something out. But luckily for them, they have not given Christian Gonzalez a contract extension yet. And they also have all the cap space in the world. $54 million in cap. So you could probably figure that out. You could probably restructure his contract at the end of the year, but it would be just if the Eagles wanted to do that. If the Eagles wanted to do that, would Howie Roseman want to trade A.J. Brown? And you know how he is. You know the saying they always say, oh, Howie did it again. Howie did it again. So he's not going to take any schmuck trade. It's probably going to be a fleece, or else he ain't giving up anything. But that's my trade. And would you make that trade? Go down in the comments section. Give me a Y for yes or an N for no. And if you don't want to give up Kayshon Boutte, what other wide receiver would you give up? Because obviously, you're not keeping 7 wide receivers on the roster. That's just not happening. Absolutely not happening. I want him to be a New England Patriot. I've wanted him to be a New England Patriot so bad since 2019 because he's a fan. He's a big fan. And I found this, and that would just look so pretty. Bring him home. Come on, Elliott Wolf. Figure something out. Reunite him with Mike Vrabel. Make it happen. Please, Patriots need another wide receiver. Oh, that offense would be good. That offense would be good. That's going to do it for today's episode of Patriots Today by Chat Sports. But if you're a baseball fan and you're a Red Sox fan, we are live on the Red Sox Rundown. Producer Jack Lauderay is hosting it. We'll have that link for the live stream in the comments and description of today's video. Come on, you know you want to beat the Yankees, but also hit that sub button and let's go, Pats.